Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. The first video we're going to do is Lions quarterback Terrion Arnold arrested for robbery and kidnapping. He's also been released from the team. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message over on Instagram. If you have anything personal that you want me to help you bring more awareness to, something that you, a relative, a friend, or somebody has been through regarding maybe an incident with the police or just anything involving injustice or anything involving somebody's civil rights or anything like that being violated, send me a message over on Instagram and we can talk about that over there. If you have, activists and other people like that already on it, you can just add myself in there as well too as an activist to be able to, help you out with that and bring more awareness to the situation as well. Also, come follow me over on Instagram because I post over there as well too. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification and join the Young Tripp family. And let's get into this.
Terrion Arnold, cornerback for the Detroit Lions, faces first here at 5. Terrion Arnold, cornerback for the Detroit Lions, faces charges in connection to an armed robbery and kidnapping in Tampa.
He turned himself in last night and made his first court appearance this afternoon. Fox 13's Kylie Jones joins us live with the latest details on the case.
Kylie?
Well, Linda, prosecutors have repeatedly said that Terrion Arnold was behind this alleged...
Kylie Jones joins us live with the latest details on the case. Kylie.
Well, Linda, prosecutors have repeatedly said that Terrion Arnold was behind this alleged attack. But today in court, his attorney said that he absolutely denies all of the allegations. Prosecutors call it a tangled web of defendants who all trace back to NFL cornerback Terrion Arnold.
He plays cornerback for the Detroit Lions.
That's correct.
And then these other people that we're going to talk about in terms of suspects, are they all in some way, shape, or form sort of connected to him?
Yes.
These 6 are charged in connection with an armed robbery and kidnapping in Tampa. As each one has appeared in court over the last several months, detectives have testified that Arnold orchestrated it. It all started back in February.
A gentleman named Terrion Arnold and several of the listed co-defendants in this case had a party at an Airbnb in Largo.
Police said Arnold reported that more than $250,000 worth of valuables had been stolen from that Airbnb he rented.
Mr. Arnold and the listed co-defendants then decided on their own that the victims in this case were responsible for the theft of the property.
Prosecutors say Arnold directed Jasmine Randazzo and Ariana Del Valle to lure the suspected thieves to an apartment in Tampa, where Lindell Hudson and Christian Williams were waiting. Detectives say they held the 3 male victims in their late teens at gunpoint and pistol whipped them while streaming it back to Freddie Hughes, Boakai Hilton, and Arnold before they got to the apartment.
That's absolutely insane. To tie them up, pistol whip them. You don't even know if it was really even them who did it. Secondly, in his case, if we're talking about Terry, you are a professional football player. I understand that nobody wants their stuff stolen, but you have more than enough money to replace anything that gets stolen from you. I mean, football players and baseball players make the most money in sports. There's no reason to have to kidnap somebody, tie them up, pistol whip them, especially a person of his caliber, but nobody should have to do that, but especially nobody of his caliber who has the type of money that he has. That is crazy. And now you're going to go spend a lot of time in prison. You've been released from your team. And so now all the money that you made is just going to have to get paid out to you. You ain't even going to be able to make no more money. That is crazy. Your bond is ridiculously high, as it should be, but I'm just saying in general that your bond is ridiculously high, and the things that was taken from you, you could have easily went back and repurchased it. You know, should you have had to do that? No, because nobody should not have stolen anything from you. And I'm sure you had insurance on this stuff. It was just the fact that I'm just pissed off. I'm just mad that somebody stole it. And these are the people that I allege think who did it. And then assigned all these other people to go and get these people, tie them up, pistol whip them, and all this other stuff over stuff that would be very easily able for you to replace because you're more on a higher level than an everyday person. That's crazy, yo. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the young Tripp family, and let's continue.
Police say the victims at gunpoint and pistol whipped them while streaming it back to Freddie Hughes, Boakai Hilton, and Arnold before they got to the apartment. Police say the victims had no connection to Arnold's stolen belongings.
I don't care if you play for the...
They had no connection to Arnold's stolen property. He just assumed that they did. Or the people that he assigned to go and find his property assumed that they did. I already knew they was going to say that before they even said it. So now you just had people terrorize people that had nothing to do with your property being stolen. Crazy, yo. Crazy. In his case, like I said, he has more than enough money to replace all of this stuff. And in most cases, anybody out here should have insurance to replace their stuff. You know, I know that insurance obviously doesn't last forever, but also you could also get new insurance after your stuff expires because you get insurance when you buy stuff. You can actually get insurance after that as well, too, for expensive things. And the insurance can help you replace it. But so many people want to be out here in the streets trying to do street justice to solve things because they don't want to get the police involved. And in his case, you are an NFL football player. And so you need to be even more mindful and more of a thinker with the decisions that you make before doing it. Everybody should, but especially a person like you, because it's easier for you to replace things because of the money that you have because you're a professional football player, sir. This is crazy, yo. Let's continue.
NFL or if you're a sanitation...
Hilton and Arnold before they got to the apartment. Police say the victims had no connection to Arnold's stolen belongings.
I don't care if you play for the NFL or if you're a sanitation worker. We're going to hold you accountable if you come into Hillsborough County and commit a crime. No one is above the law, and no one has the right to take the law into their own hands.
The others were arrested back in February and March. Randazzo and Del Valle pleaded guilty on Wednesday. Arnold turned himself in Wednesday night and made a first appearance over video conference on Thursday afternoon.
In reviewing the trial detention order and the charges. It appears that much, if not all, of these charges against my client rely on the testimony of two co-defendants who entered pleas recently. We would ask that the court have the government give us a copy of those pleas prior to the detention hearing.
In an earlier statement, Arnold's management team said, quote, "The government appears to be relying on testimony from multiple convicted felons who have admitted their own involvement and may have substantial incentives to shift blame in an effort to lessen their sentences." The NFL cornerback is facing charges for armed robbery and kidnapping and is expected back in court on Monday. The judge denied that request for a copy of those other defendants' pleas for now. Arnold is expected back again in court on Monday morning, and he will stay in jail until then. Guys.
Kylie Jones reporting live for us. Thank you.
If you know what I mean, my hats finally have a home. It lets me keep all my hats in one place. It keeps them standing upright, keeps everything neat, and it can hold a...
Yeah, I mean, he makes more than enough money to replace anything that got stolen from him. Again, nobody should have anything stolen from them. But at the end of the day, you also have money, insurance, and all of that to replace what's stolen from you, especially as being a celebrity, of being a professional football player. He should have been more of a thinker and saying, I would love to get friends to go and do this on my behalf, but the right thing to do is to go to the authorities, make a police report, call my insurance, file a claim, and get my stuff replaced that way. Let me know what y'all think. I'll have the original video pinned at the top of the chat and in a link in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message over on Instagram. If you have anything personal going on, police misconduct, violations of civil rights or police injustice, send me a direct message over on Instagram for any serious situations. Stuff where you already have like activists and an attorney similar to like Ben Crump and stuff, and you just want even more media coverage or stuff like that on the case already, and you just want me to be able to get on it as well to help bring more awareness to the situation, send me a direct message over on Instagram and we can talk about that over there. Also, make sure you come follow me over on Instagram because I post over there as well too. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And like I said, to any other NFL players or baseball players, because I know that there's been incidents where baseball players have had their houses robbed. I know that some other NFL players have also had their houses robbed. I know here in Kansas City, some Chiefs players and Royals players have even had their houses and stuff robbed or their cars broken into, especially cars, because that's a big thing here in Kansas City for some crazy odd reason. And any other players for any sports teams all around. But just go to the police and make a police report, and you have a ton of money to replace those items plus insurance. You may want to, go beat somebody up. You may want to assign somebody to go do it or a group of people. But the best option, because of how big you are and who you are and the money that you have, the best option, listen to me closely, is to just file that report and go file a claim with your insurance and get everything replaced that way. Then be out here beating people up and doing all that and pistol whipping people and all that type of stuff because what's going to happen is you're going to get fired from that baseball team. You're going to get fired from that football team. You're going to get fired from whatever sport you're in, and you're not going to have a job anymore. So, we all got to be thinkers, even everyday regular people. But especially people that are high up, because the higher you are, the more that makes you want to do something you don't got no business doing. And so just be mindful, be a thinker, and go and file that police report when something happens. I'll catch you on the next one. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. I'm also getting ready to play another video regarding this as well. Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. We're continuing Terrion Arnold's situation. He has like a $1 million bond now as well too. And he also has to give up his passport. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message over on Instagram. If you have anything personal going on, any violations of civil rights or, police misconduct or anything like that, or anything that you think that you would want me to help you advocate for, and you also got other people on it, like somebody similar to like Ben Crump or something like that, but you also want more media coverage and whatnot on it, and you want me to get involved as well too as an activist to help you, send that to me through direct message over on Instagram. Also, come follow me over on Instagram, because I post over there as well too. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. Also, this video will be a part of the first video, so make sure you watch the whole video through, because I'm not uploading 2 parts. I'm just going to upload one whole big video, so you're going to see the first part of this video, and it's going to continue. So make sure you watch the whole thing. And let's get into this.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Josh Benson. Thanks so much for being with us for News Channel 8 on the CW Tampa Bay. The clock is ticking for former NFL cornerback Terrion Arnold to fulfill one part of his pretrial release. A Hillsborough County judge says Arnold, who is accused of orchestrating a violent robbery and kidnapping, can be released on a $1 million bond, but he'll have to give up his passport within 48 hours. News Channel 8's Ryan Arbogast live just outside the Orient Road jail, where Arnold would be processed if he turns over that passport. Right, Ryan?
Josh, 100%. Arnold was granted that bond by a judge at around 1 o'clock today, and the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says he's still in custody. They also tell us it is standard operating procedure for any inmate, regardless of where they're being held, to be transported, processed, and released from where we are right now at the Orient Road Jail. However, we have not seen Arnold step out just yet. He's got a long legal battle in front of him, but he also has to look for a new job because the team that drafted him 24th overall just 2 years ago has decided to part ways. Hugs, cheers, and smiles from inside the Hillsborough County Courthouse Monday, as former Detroit Lions first-round pick Terrion Arnold was given bond on 8 felony charges.
I suspect that Mr. Arnold has a paparazzi monitor. If he's late for practice, ESPN will let us know.
The cornerback was stoic during his pre-trial hearing, showing no reaction while a Tampa police officer at the center of the assault, robbery, and kidnapping investigation took the stand.
They thought that they were going to be killed and stuffed in their car and taken somewhere and killed them.
TPD says Arnold orchestrated a violent attack along with his friends back in February. luring his former barber, driver, and their associate to a home in New Tampa before falsely accusing them of a robbery at Arnold's Largo Airbnb.
So he did accuse people that he knew of doing this. And in a lot of cases, you know, it is somebody who knows you or somebody who's doing business with you. So, sometimes it is just a random person. He got to realize that usually, though, the people somebody that may know you who usually would do something like that is usually to everyday people. Not saying that it can't happen to a celebrity or some type of football player or basketball player or baseball player or somebody like that. But usually that's connected to everyday people. A lot of these people who have gotten this happen to, like I stated in the first part of the video, most people that this happens to, what happened to him is usually, you know, connected to sports people, where they have to look at it as it could have just been a random person who knew that you were a famous person, and so, or some type of like football, baseball, basketball player or somebody like that. They may already know, and then they just take your stuff because they feel that, oh, you got more than me, you got a better life than me, you could easily replace it and I can just take it. As I stated also about how here in Kansas City, several of our Chiefs players and Royals players got their cars or houses broken into, but they never accused anybody or assumed that somebody did something and pistol whipped them and held them hostage or nothing like that, because you don't know who did it and you can't assume who did it. You have to know who did it. And then at that, like I stated earlier as well too, the best option is to file an insurance claim and file a police report. So then you will still have your job, because you see now he's unemployed. You would still have your job. You would still be doing your job. And you have more than enough money to replace anything that they took. Again, not stating that somebody should take from you or you should just allow somebody to take from you. But that's why you go and file police reports and let the criminal justice try to handle it instead of trying to handle it out here in the streets, because that's how you end up accusing people of doing something and it wasn't even them who did it. As you heard here and in the first news report, that the people that he accused of doing it was not even the people who did it. And that's usually what happens in a lot of these cases when somebody goes after somebody assuming that they did something. It comes back, oh, it wasn't even them. I can't even tell you how many times I've watched First 48 and somebody will say that somebody did something or assume somebody did something. Oh, this person, they came and robbed my house, so I knew it was them. So I went over their house and I pulled out my push button machine, fired all in their house, unalived them. Come to find out, it wasn't even them, because the police was able to investigate it and figure it out that it was never them, even though they passed away. And now this person who did this or set up somebody to do it, now they're going to go to jail for first-degree murder. And now they're going to go spend the rest of their life or do 30, 40, 45 years because they thought somebody broke in their house and stole their stuff and it wasn't even them, or somebody robbed them while they was hanging out with them and it wasn't even them. They was just so drunk, they friend left. Some random person came, robbed them, but they thought they friend set them up, and so they get a crew of people, just like this situation, to go and rob they so-called friend, but now they saying, oh, they are my alleged friend. They ain't really my friend because they set me up. Come to find out, once the person go there, they send somebody there, unalive them. Then, the police, the homicide people, and everybody investigating come to find out the person never even robbed their house. It was just a random thing, or it was somebody else, or whatever. But in his case, if we go back to Terry's case, you are a professional football player. It could have been anybody because they could have known who you were. They could have saw you. It ain't like you got a mask on. They know what you look like, sir. It could have just been a random person who just, again, oh, he got more than me, and so they just wanted to take it. It's not right, but that's why you file police reports. You let the police investigate and let them find out who really did it so then they can be brought to justice for the crime of that, and you go file your insurance claim so your insurance can help you replace what you lost. Now you out of a job, now you out of everything, and now you facing a rack of time in prison. Because on top of that, there's kidnapping charges, there's the hitting with the pistol, there's, all that. And now that's going to be a rack of time, because it don't matter what state, city, or any of that you're in, that's a rack of time. Crazy. As a person who always wanted to be a police officer, I'm telling you, that's a rack of time for anybody who's considering doing some crazy stuff like that. It's better to just go file your insurance claim and file a police report. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, that's the punk move. That's the weak move and all that. It's the best move that will prevent you from going to prison, going to jail, and all that for life, if not a very long extended period of time. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. Let's continue.
Along with his friends back in February, luring his former barber, driver, and their associate to a home in New Tampa before falsely accusing them of a robbery at Arnold's Largo Airbnb.
Pulls the pistol out, wraps the slide, sticks it to the side of his leg, continually tells him, we're going to kill you, we're going to shoot you if you don't tell us where our stuff is.
Attorneys for the 2024 NFL first-round pick argued Arnold wasn't present during the attack, saying prosecutors don't have any proof to tie the former Lion to the scheme.
Do you have one scintilla of evidence that says Arnold said to beat them? No. Do you have one scintilla of evidence that said Arnold said to point a gun at them? No. Do you have one scintilla of evidence that said Arnold said to put a gun in their mouths? Nope.
Josh, conditions for pretrial release for Arnold are expansive, including no contact with the alleged co-conspirators or the victims, giving up that passport within 48 hours, and house arrest at Arnold's home in Tallahassee unless he is to find a new job in the NFL and can play and travel. One other massive point of contention was an ankle monitor, a judge ruling against that motion today, saying it would be impossible for Arnold to make a living and play football with one. We're live in Tampa tonight. Ryan Arbogast, 8 on your side.
All right, advertisement. Can't skip it. I'll try it now, y'all. They were not going to agree to an ankle monitor. I know that the prosecution, obviously, they wanted him to have some type of ankle monitor type house arrest type thing. But he would not be able to play football if any team does allow him to play. I don't believe any team would allow him to play under these types of conditions, because a fan or somebody may say something. People out here has mothers, daughters, sons, all types of things, all types of relatives, and all types of things that's going on out here. And a lot of people will say something about, well, he gets to play, but there's other people accused of stuff. They got fired from their job and still looking for a job or something. It's always something somebody would say. But I mean, there could be some teams out there that may take a risk and drown out the noise. But I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that. I also agree with the defense attorney that it is going to be an uphill battle for the prosecution to prove that he was really involved in all of this. They may be able to prove that if they have any text from the other people involved, if they totally snitched on him, if they have like text or anything like that, maybe that would show that he was the mastermind. But again, it's going to be an uphill battle because, like the defense attorney said, well, did he say pistol whip him? Did he say put a gun in their mouth? Push button machine. I forgot. Yeah. Did they, did he say do those things? Put a push button machine in their mouth, pistol whip them. Did he say do those things? You got to be able to prove that to be able to prove everything. Just because you prove somebody is the mastermind of something, then you got to prove all the parts to make them guilty of that. So, and as much as you can prove is only as far as you're going to get, the sentence for. So if you prove nothing, then he's going to be found not guilty. If you prove like, well, he was texting them about going to go confront these people about his stuff, well, now you got a little bit of a mastermind thing. Well, then it's like, well, what did he say do? Did he say talk to them? Did he say, brush up against them and rough them up a little bit? Make them scared where if they really did it, maybe they'll admit it. It's a matter of all that. Or did he say, do all these things, use the push button machine, pistol whip them, put the push button machine in their mouth, threaten their whole life. You got to be able to prove all that. And if you can't do that, then he's going to walk from this. I don't know if he really did it. I'm just spitting all the narratives. And it seems like he got a good defense attorney. But let me know what y'all think. I'll have the original videos pinned at the top of the chat and in a link in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message over on Instagram. If you have anything personal going on, send that to me over on Instagram. Anything involving violations of civil rights, any incidents involving the police, or anything that you think that I would want to help you advocate on and help you fight for your rights on. Send that to me through direct message over on Instagram. And we can talk about that over there. Make sure you come follow me over on Instagram because I post over there as well too. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification and join the Young Tripp family. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.